My name is Lee Valerius and I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I was 10 when I first started leatherwork. So at that time, the community associations offered programs in crafts and handiwork type things, like plaster Paris, leather, resin, all those type of things. My father and I took it together, so it was just awesome to do that, and my first project was a wallet. So we continued working together even after I was married, and he would do his projects and I would do mine, and we'd go off to craft shows and stuff and sell our wares. Took him to a craft store up on 23rd Street, was by the old KG Hotel, and he sold my pieces for me, and the money that I made from my pieces that I made, of course, I turned around and bought more supplies, more beads. So I think he had the win-win on that, but it was nice to already at that age to experience the entrepreneurialism of starting my own little mini businesses, where at that time I didn't even know it existed. I was just selling what I made so I could make more. I had my first horse, met my husband Clarence, where I was boarding my horses out at his place, and that's how we got to know each other. Got married and started raising kids and colts. We have 3 kids, and colts we first started with Appaloosas and Arabians, then we advanced into some multi-breeds, and then ended up with raising paints and quarter horses that we have now. We both started in our younger years with doing leatherwork, the wallets and belts, and the traditional things like the kits. And from there, it graduated into doing the saddles, chaps, chinks as they wear nowadays, all sorts of other pieces of tack, and we do it together. I found by making a very natural fibered saddle, it's going to last you longer and be better for the horse and better for yourself when you're riding in the saddle, because it's going to breathe, than it is a synthetic. But we've been selling online and from our shop on the ranch for over 10 years. It's sort of standard for any project that we start. A customer comes in and requests an item. So we spend a lot of time just with discussion of what type of design. So I think a lot of people come in and say, well, I want to buy a wallet, here's the money, done deal. But it's, okay, do you want, just initials, or do you want it more carved? What color do you want it? What size do you want it? All of these questions. So an hour can be spent just collecting the information. And a lot of times I ask for a picture of what they're looking for, just so that we have that visual that we're both on the same page, so to speak. You've got to create what you're going to make is the first step, which we have decided on the portfolio case for you. Then we measure and cut the leather. Then from there, if we have to mold it or shape it, we'll do that. Then it'll go into tooling. And from the tooling, we need to let it dry. Then it gets colored or dyed, or left plain, depending on the client of what they would like. And then it goes into the sewing or stitching and the finished pieces of hardware that needs to finish that piece off. The way I look at doing leather is we earn enough from our products to make a living, but I enjoy doing it. We both enjoy doing it. So with that, it's well worth, the small income that we may make. And we've had people come in and say, wow, you're not charging enough. And others go, oh, that much? So it's interesting, the ones that are saying, you should be charging double what you're selling it for. That they know the quality of leather and what the length of time it's going to be in their hands, and an heirloom possibly to hand down to their family. I had a fellow that was here from the Netherlands at the university, and he drew. So he came to me and says, can you carve this into a bracelet, into a cuff for my dad? And it was like, wow, you trust me to take your artwork to put onto leather? And he said, yeah. Clarence and I have been married 42 years. So with that, we never had specific titles to what we did or didn't do. We've always worked as a unit. For my mom, she taught me to knit at the age of 6. So I've been knitting a very long time. And just gardening, and my dad was very creative and handy with wood. We were taught to build things for ourselves. If you needed something, make it. My side of the family was very creative, and we just were able to do what we wanted, and I passed that along down to our kids, and now to the grandkids it's the same thing, that they have whatever opportunity they want to play sports or to be crafty, and hopefully it'll serve them as well as it has for Clarence and I with our leatherwork and wool. Sometimes Clarence wonders why I try things that I do, but it's like, how do you know unless you try it?